Hi guys, how are you doing today? So let's cover today's analysis of the Hindu, and today is the 22nd of January 2017, and it will be presented to you by me, Dipanshu Singh. Well, if you wish to read more about me, you can go through this slide. You can also follow me in Academy on this link to get updates on my courses and on my videos. So the practice question for today is which Indian village has been conferred the UNWT award for innovation in the category of non-governmental organizations? So these are your options. Do mention your answers in the comment sections below, and the answer for yesterday's question is Rajiv Gandhi International Airport, Hyderabad. So the national page news is tax-free withdrawal limit for the Provident Fund may rise. So the Labour Ministry had sought fourfold increase in withdrawals from the Provident Fund from Rs 50,000 to 2 lakhs in coming budget. So therefore it means that up to 2 lakhs can be withdrawn without inviting any tax, even if for 5 years of continuous service criteria is not met. And presently income tax of 34% is on the withdrawal of Rs 50,000 before completing 5 years of service. And the Labour Ministry had also sought the retrospective service tax exemption from the APF scheme, citing that it is a social protection scheme and doesn't come under the banking and financial services. Now, the government will support the Tangalia weavers in purchasing looms. So the government of India has decided to facilitate the Tangalia weavers in purchase of looms by providing them an assistance amounting to 90% of the price of looms. So Tangalia is basically a 7-year-old indigenous weave of Gujarat, which employs an exquisite technology technique of weaving using raw wool yarn, and it is a dotted woven textile of Sundarnagar district, Saurashtra. It is found only in Gujarat, so very important for our UPSC prelims point of view. And it is usually worn as a wraparound skirt by the women of Bharwar shepherd community. So this community is also important. So there can be some question in the prelims paper regarding the match the following for different communities and their places of origin, or the tradition and practice they follow. So the next news is regarding that the misleading ads for traditional medicine are under the central government scanner. So the Ministry of Ayush had been tasked the advertisement industry's watchdog to proactively identify potentially misleading advertisements of traditional systems of medicine in domains of Ayurveda, naturopathy and yoga. And we look at some of the information regarding the Advertising Standards Council of India. So this is a self-regulatory voluntary organization of advertising industry of India, which is mandated to provide fair, legal, consumer-friendly advertisement that do not objectify women and encourage competition. It adopted a code of self-regulation in advertising in 1985. So usually if the ads are misleading, and therefore the complaint can be filed at ASCI, and the Consumer Complaints Council deliberates on the complaints after hearing both sides. So if censored, the advertisement cannot be displayed. But now the Ministry of Ayush has provided the ASCI, that is Advertising Standards Council of India, the self-monitoring mandate, which means that it can take action even if someone had not filed any complaint. And by this MOU between both of these organizations, ASCI will monitor these advertisements across 900 publications and 500 TV channels. So the important information is knowing about this Advertising Standards Council of India. The next news is regarding global partnership which is launched to prevent epidemics with new vaccines. So a global coalition to create new vaccines for emerging infectious diseases has been designed to help give the world an insurance policy against epidemics, which was recently launched at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. And the coalition is named the Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovation. So this coalition is important. The name of this coalition is important. So we look at the information about CEPI. So this Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovation is basically a public-private coalition that aims to derail epidemics by speeding development of vaccines. And with an initial investment of $460 million, this coalition will seek to outsmart epidemics by developing safe and effective vaccines against known infectious diseases that threaten and that could actually be deployed rapidly to contain outbreaks before they become global health emergencies. And it also aims to develop true promising vaccine candidates each against of these diseases before any epidemic. So this is basically about Zika virus. So they're planning to develop a promising vaccine candidate against this particular disease. And the international page news is that India has concluded MOU on the MSME cooperation with the Indian Ocean Region Association member countries. So IOA Forum, Indian Ocean Rim Association countries rather. So Ministry of the MSME, the Government of India has finalized MOU on the cooperation with the Indian Ocean Rim Association member countries. So the features of this MOU is that it will seek to finalize the linkages and alliances amongst the MSME organizations, associations, and various institutions engaged in MSME development in their countries, and it will also look for exchange in best practices, policies, and programs for MSME development. And the exchange will also involve greater involvement of MSMEs in global supply chain, increase their market access, and promote youth and women economic empowerment. And it will also encourage synergies with the IORA forum. And the IORA Secretariat is at Mauritius, which will be the coordinating agency for the implementation of this MOU. And IORA Special Fund has also been created to carry out activities under this MOU. So, important thing about this news is that is obviously about this MOU, but at the same time, you need to be aware and know that IORA Secretariat is at Mauritius. So there can be a question regarding this in UPSC. Now, the business page news is that Japan has threatened to drag India to WTO on steel as Trump era heralds trade tensions. So, in a rare move, actually, the particular country by which we have very good trade relations, has actually threatened to drag India to WTO as its export of steel to India has halved since last year. This can also lead to cascading effect that would invite unnecessary trade restrictions and litigations. So usually Japan sought out trade through bilateral talks, but due to Trump's phenomena and related protectionism, Japan is vigorously in interest as half of its products are exported. And India imposed up to 20% on some flat duty on some flat rolled cost steel products in 2015, and imposed floor price on steel to protect the local steel industry from cheap imports from countries like China, South Korea, and Japan. And in October 2016, government think tank mooted to bring 100 million industry back on track, as well as to meet 300 million ton capacity by 2025. And the new steel policy is being envisaged as the National Steel Policy 2012 to meet target of 300 million tons by 2025. And the new policy also seeks to ensure that it avails long-term finance at competitive rates and smooth, efficient transportation at a uniform price. So this is it for today, guys. Not much in news from today's newspapers. So this is basically a compilation of different news from different newspapers from the Indian Express and the Hindu. So till next video, I hope you have a good day. Thank you so much.